Alright, let's do this, chat. So I'm gonna put Mr. Nekozame down here. He's gonna be spectating us and our lovely, wonderful journey through this game. Alright, resume. Welcome, chat. This is checkpoint 3 of the mountain. Our goal is to get to checkpoint 2 and then eventually checkpoint 1. Let's do it. Nope, that was a failure. Let's redo that. Oh, fuck. So, at that point, do I need to, like, dash? Fuck, that was so close. Okay, we can do it. We gotta just be big brain gamers. No, why am I going too much to the left? Fuck this game. Come on, we got this. What? How? What? Hello? How did I go all the way to the right? Nope. And I missed. Rookie mistake. What? Hello? Character, can you fucking go properly? You're kidding me. No! Why didn't I grab? I should have grabbed at that point. Fuck off. And I'm dead. Yeah. I wasted both my dashes, and I needed both of them. Oh, I should have... Why did I jump? I should have dashed. Damn it, I'm a moron. But you guys already knew that. Hello? What? No way. No way. Fuck off. Nope. What? How did I end up in that, like, tiny little crevice corner? That's bullshit. Ow. Fuck. You're kidding me. No. Stop going into that crevice. What the fuck is going on? Oh my lord. Okay, that was fucking dumb as shit. That was also dumb as shit. You're kidding me. Fuck off. No! What am I doing? What? Stop it. You're literally, as you do more and more attempts, you're getting fucking worse at jumping, which is so bizarre. I hate those crystals so much. See, those fucking goddamn crystals at the very top. Ow, you piece of shit. I wasted a dash, and I didn't have a dash ready there. What the fuck was that? I had to die there on that attempt just now because I wasted a dash. And I wasn't supposed to. Fuck off. I saw the fucking, you know, checkpoint 2 flag. No, bullshit. What? Say huh? Say what? Stop fucking moving. Oh my lord. This game. Sometimes. No, not sometimes. All the time, this game brings out the worst in me. Fuck you. What? Fuck off. You're kidding me. Fuck you. How do I keep ending up in that fucking crevice? Get the fuck out of that stupid ass hole. You're not supposed to be in that hole. Also, why the fuck did I bounce off the edge there and go back down? The fuck are these game mechanics? I hate the fucking controls of this game. The controls of this game are absolute dog cheek. Fucking... I don't know what the fuck, what kind of word dog cheeks is, but it's fucking bullshit. Horse shit. Cow manure. Whatever you want to call it. Fuck you. Garbage. Damn it, I think I wasted a dash. Yeah, I wasted a dash. Fuck. Okay, so basically that second feather, I need to land on that platform with 2 dashes ready at my disposal. What a pain in the absolute ass. Yeah, I messed up there. I wasted a dash that I shouldn't have. Okay. Okay, we're gaming. Yes, baby, let's fucking go. Okay, checkpoint 2. Oh boy. What a fucking absolute nightmare this is gonna be. Oh, okay, so I only need to do 1 dash then. Fuck. This is gonna be tough. No, damn it. Okay, I know what I need to do now. I know what I need to do now. What? Why did I jump towards the fucking crystals? Okay. No! Are you kidding me? Nope. What? Are you... What? Hello? Nope, I failed. I failed that so hard. Also that was really fucking dumb. Oh yeah, okay. Fuck me. Stop it, you piece of shit. Nope. That was fucking dumb as shit. Hello? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm slowly losing my mind. Fuck off. Okay. What the fuck, man? Nope. Terrible. That was also terrible. How am I not making this jump? What? You're kidding me. Okay, that was really fucking dumb. Hello? I literally was holding the fucking grab button. Are you kidding me? Fuck off. No, you piece of shit. What? No. Fuck you. Are you kidding me? Hello? I was grabbing the fucking thing. Nope. That was literally the worst. That was fucking stupid. No! Stop fucking going to the left and go up, you piece of shit. Fuck you. I hate you. I hate you so much. Okay. What? Why did I jump up and not to the fucking right whenever I was literally trying to go to the right? Fuck you. Yeah, that was literally a death. Damn it, I wasted a dash there. That's what I fucking did wrong. I hate my life. What the fuck was that? I did it. Holy fuck. Okay, we're here. We're here. Checkpoint number 1. We got this. Checkpoint number 1. Okay. Okay, what? Why did I walk into crystals there? Hello? Holy fuck. Damn, okay. I didn't even realize that we would reach here this fast. But we did it. Yeah, holy shit. I was actually, like, so, for those of you who didn't see my previous gameplay during, you know, the past live streams and VODs, there's, like, a section down there, right, where you can... Sorry, you can basically look through a telescope and see all the different, well, basically see the entire layout of the mountain up until this flag, right? So I remember I looked through that telescope, right? And back whenever I looked through that telescope, we were down kind of like, I would say, near like the middle of the entire mountain, right? And now obviously we're at the very top. And I remember thinking to myself when I was like looking through the telescope at the entire layout, I was like, man, this game is gonna make it insanely difficult to get to the top, right? And I'm pretty sure what I thought to myself was like, oh wow, um, I'm pretty sure that like between checkpoint number one and between this red flag, between the top of the mountain, there was going to be some crazy annoying platforming that had to be done. Um, but yeah, I think I kind of just got completely overwhelmed and my vision just blurred because what we just now went through from checkpoint one up until the top of the mountain, it was definitely not the hellscape, the nightmare that I was expecting it to be. So I'm very thankful for that. But yeah, let's see what happens now. So, as I kind of like said earlier during today's stream, I am almost 99.9999999999999% sure that this is not the end of the game. I have no doubt that there's more Celeste content to do. Um, and we'll see what there is. Like we'll see what other content is left in this game, but I don't know. Like I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I think that, after we go ahead and activate whatever this cutscene is, after we jump up here and grab this flag, um, I think it may be time for me to say goodbye to Celeste for a little while and pick it up at a later time because I don't know how much more, you know, raging and mauling I can take. For like future, levels of platforming in this game. I don't even know if I'll be able to handle it all. So yeah, we'll pick up Celeste at a later time in the future. And maybe I'll stream it, maybe I won't, who knows. But yeah, let's see what happens now. Let's go ahead and jump on up here and activate whatever story moment that is going to happen. Ah, man, it's such a relief knowing that we finally got this far. We actually did it. I can't believe it. Wow, it's so beautiful. Look at how far we've come. I'm glad I got to see this before I... Well, before I... Oh, right. When we leave the mountain, you won't be able to talk to me anymore. At least not like this. Yeah. I know that we need to go home eventually. But it'll be scary to lose this body. You'll still exist, though. You were part of me before we came here. Yeah, I know. But I'm gonna have to depend on you to listen to me. Even if I can't talk to you in person anymore. I just can't go back to how it was before. Before the mountain. Don't worry, I can't go back to that either. I really want us to work together from now on. I believe you. But I'm still nervous. So now what? Let's just enjoy this for a bit. Hell fucking yeah. What a beautiful scene. You know, I don't want to go into too much detail and like I don't want to talk about this too much because whatever I'm about to say, it's all kind of just guessing and speculation, right? I could be entirely wrong, but it's something that I think is quite important, right? So, for those of you who don't really know about Celeste and don't really understand what type of game it is, at least the way that I see the game and that I interpret it, Again, this could be entirely completely wrong, but it feels like, you know, this game was created by an insanely talented group of people. I don't know exactly how many people worked on this game, but I'm pretty sure that there were multiple of them, and that all of them were just so skilled and so um, knowledgeable and whatever, right? Um, Now, I think that if I'm not mistaken, the I think that the like lead creator of this game, um, the person who probably, designed the idea of this entire world of Celeste. I believe her name is Maddie. If you like, load up the game and you look at the credits and whatever of who is, listed as the, developer, the designer of the game, whatever, all that stuff, right? Like there's a list of names that pop up talking about, who the creators of this game are. And I believe that the primary one, her name is Maddie, right? So my interpretation of this game is that Maddie wanted to create something with her own hands that sort of represented her, and that was like, you know able to tell her story through the lens of like a, quote unquote fictional video game, right? And the whole, I guess, like theme of the game, at least this section of the game, maybe there's other sections of the game that have different themes, but for this section of the game, um the theme appears to be like sort of every individual person battling with sort of their inner self, their subconscious, right? Um, their part of themselves that don't necessarily always agree with what the person wants to do or whatever, right? Um, like basically another way to think about it, a simpler way to think about it is like anytime that, you know, you have wanted to do something, for example, and maybe there's like a voice in your head that, maybe it's a very quiet voice, maybe it's a very loud voice in your head, but something inside of you is like, harboring doubts and is skeptical and is afraid and nervous and anxious and whatever, right? And does not want to do whatever you actually are aiming towards, right? Um, that part of yourself is considered to be like, as represented in Celeste, that part of yourself is kind of like a separate entity, right? Like a whole nother person that is, living inside of you as a part of you, right? Um, and so the theme of this game, it seems to be like basically just sort of, while this may sound very corny and cliche, it's sort of like, battling your inner demons, so to speak, right? And how do you confront? How do you, manage, and how do you resolve inner conflict? Self conflict, where it's like, you know, a part of you thinks one thing, but then another part of you thinks completely different, right? And yeah, I mean, I think it's very obvious, but for those of you who don't know, um, one of the kind of lessons that this game probably wants to teach people is that you should not try to, get rid of a part of yourself that is I guess different for lack of better words, right? Um, the part of you that is doubtful and afraid and nervous and anxious and has these negative emotions, right? You don't need to get rid of it, and you shouldn't get rid of it, right? It's a part of you, and you need to embrace it, and you need to learn to live with it, and you need to learn to, you know, make the best out of what you have and who you are, right? Um, Basically, learn what your strengths are, learn what your weaknesses are, and figure out a way to compensate for your own weaknesses and use that to make yourself stronger and to forge ahead, to pursue greater heights, right? To chase after these goals and dreams that you have, these ambitions, right? Um, so yeah, it's a very, I would say it's a very simple, very easy to comprehend lesson, and it's a very simple theme to a game, right? One that is very well done. I personally think so, right? And so, I definitely like the message that this game is giving to people, and assuming that my whatever it's called, my assumptions and my guesses are correct, that the creators of this game, they created this game to kind of like tell their own life stories by making this fictional character who represented them in a way. Um, if that is the case, then obviously for all the developers like Maddie and anyone else on the team who felt like they may be the protagonist of Celeste, um, I really hope that they were able to get through whatever it is that they were dealing with, right? And to um, improve their lives and make it better, and to like basically, I guess, reach higher goals and higher dreams, and climb further up on their own kind of like individual metaphorical mountains, right? Um, yeah, it's really a lovely, beautiful thing to see people who have a story to tell, and they have the skill, they have the talent, they have the passion, and they have the capability to you know make something with their own hands, in this case a video game, to share their story, and to like express themselves to the rest of the world, right? So I very much so admire it, and I respect it a whole lot. um yeah, I mean, like, you know, I've said this, and I'll continue to say it. I definitely don't think that this is the end of Celeste. I think that there's probably a crap ton of more levels and content in the game. But this feels like a big moment to me, and it feels like a milestone that has been achieved, right? So I kind of want to just, take a minute here to reflect and give my thoughts on things. What I'll say, without any doubt, is, to the developers of Celeste, honestly, just fantastic shit, right? Like, you guys knocked it out of the ballpark, and I applaud you guys, right? Um, Really, really amazing game. Very, um, very well designed. Everything about it, right? The only thing that I can really complain about is just the controls. And here's the thing, like, I think the creators of this game designed the controls in a way that they found to work for them, and it seems other people also were able to get the controls to work for um, work for their individual playthroughs. So it's not like the controls are broken or anything like that. It's just man, sometimes when I'm on a level, the controls, they seem to fuck me over, and they seem to cause me a lot of problems. Um, Contrary to the expectation that I would be the one who is making all the mistakes, right? Um, so yeah, I mean, I can definitely complain and whine and bitch about the controls and how sometimes this game gets on my nerves, or maybe not sometimes, but a lot of the time it gets on my nerve. But at the end of the day, this game is so just magnificently well designed, and it is just a wonderful, splendid work of art that deserves appreciation. So, at the end of the day, it's only fair for me to say Celeste is an insanely good game, and I highly recommend it to anyone and everyone out there. Um, Obviously, if you are similar to myself, or maybe are you are on a scale that is higher than me, where it's like you do not like platforming games and you don't care about them, and maybe you are not really experienced enough to be considered good at them. Um, if that's the case, then obviously you don't have to play Celeste. But for anyone who is up for a challenge and who would be interested in playing Celeste, it is without a doubt a game that I would highly recommend to everyone out there, right? Um, yeah, yeah, honestly, fantastic, fantastic stuff. Um, I think if I had to assign some kind of arbitrary score to Celeste that ultimately doesn't matter and that really means nothing, I would say that, you know, um, for me personally, right, my my opinion, and I'm being very, very brutally honest, I'm being very critical and very like harsh with my judgment of this game. My personal opinion is that this game is a solid 7 out of 10. It is a great game that, is worthy of recommending to everyone, but there are parts of the game that I just sincerely hated, and I like my entire being, my soul and my core just really, really, hated it and reacted badly to aspects of this game, right? So I would say overall, Celeste is a 7 out of 10. Um, it very easily can be a game that I would consider within like my, I don't know, top 10 list or whatever, but I don't think it's, one of my top like 5 or top 3 favorite games of all time. I think that it kind of falls short on that. But yeah, I would say overall solid 7 out of 10. Um, on the moments where I got really, frustrated or annoyed or angry or whatever, um, I could easily, have yelled at the game and considered it to be a game that was like maybe a 4 or 5 out of 10 in terms of quality. But overall, looking at the experience, it deserves no less than a 7 out of 10. It could very easily be considered an 8 or 9 out of 10 if you're someone who absolutely loves platforming games and you had a much better experience with the game than I did. But I'm going to stick with the 7 out of 10. I enjoyed Celeste. I enjoyed going through the challenge and overcoming each chapter, overcoming each stage and whatever. Um, Eventually, one of the I will say one of the like I would say unfortunate things for me personally, not for other people and not for the game in an objective way, but for me in a subjective manner, right? I would say that uh for Celeste, there were a lot of times where I would progress through an area and, you know, I truly, honestly, like at my core, I had this sort of reaction, you know, or this feeling where I was like, man, I don't know how I got through that area just now, but it felt like it was due simply to luck, right? Like I simply got lucky and very fortunate, and you know, I was able to jump at the correct times and land on the, you know, correct areas or whatever, right? Um, so it's like there were definitely moments of Celeste when I was playing where it's like I didn't feel as if I had earned the win, so to speak. I didn't feel like I actually used my skill to get through an area. It was kind of just dumb, blind luck. And so that would be something that I consider to be a little bit of a flaw, since I really do want to feel like I earned something. Um, but yeah, I mean, regardless, this game remains to be something that I will look at, you know, with approval, and one that I will praise to other people, and that I'll, you know, always remember my time playing this game and experiencing it. So yeah, yeah. In any case, I think I've droned on and on and on for way too long. Let's go ahead and you know, basically exit this cutscene and see what lies ahead of us, because I have no doubt that there's going to be more to see for us. But yeah, let's do it. Maddie Thorson, director, designer, writer, gameplay coder. Okay, so Maddie Thorson, she seems like the person who would, like, you know, be the main protagonist, right? She probably designed Madeline, the character, after her. So yeah, we've got all these other people, lovely, wonderful, amazing people who worked on the game. Shout out to all of them. They did a absolutely mind-blowing job. You know, I think that there was a point in my life, and I mean, there still kind of is a point, or not a point. There was a point in my life, and even now to this day, I still kind of feel the same way. Um, there was a point where I had this goal, I had this dream of mine where I was like, man, I want to create my own video game, right? Um, yeah, and I mean, like, even now, I still think in the back of my head, I'm like, it would be a really, really amazingly cool thing if I could create my own video game, but I unfortunately don't have the skills to do that, right? And so, you know, I just kind of think to myself, wow, all these people, you know, like Maddie and all these other human beings who worked on this game here, they they just did a magnificent job, and I highly respect and admire all of them for the work that they put into this game. It is so well done. It's like a smooth, well-oiled machine, you know, and it runs magnificently. Um, Incredible stuff. Amazing. Thanks for playing. No, thank you, Maddie. Thank you and your entire team. You guys just knocked it out of the ballpark. Wonderful stuff. Welcome back. Madeline, did you make it to the summit? Yeah, we did. It was incredible. Beautiful, isn't it? I didn't think it would be worth it, but it totally was. I should have given you my phone so you could take the ultimate selfie. Good evening, everyone. What are you doing here? A little bird told me there was to be a party. RSVP by bird, positively magical. But if I am unwelcome, I shall take my leave. Please stay, Mr. Oshiro. It's good to see you. You know, this is the first time I've seen you outside that hotel of yours, Oshiro. I'm glad you made it. Madeline here is baking us a pie with all of the strawberries she's been collecting. Oh, that's wonderful, Miss Madeline. I haven't had strawberry pie since I was a kid. This is gonna be amazing. Don't get your hopes up, she's not much of a baker. You also said I wasn't a mountain climber. True. I can't promise it'll live up to the hype, Theo, but I tried my best. So? How's it taste? Madeline, I super appreciate you baking for us. But I don't think I can eat this. To be expected. It's the thought that counts. You people just can't appreciate good food. I'll eat all of it myself. You don't have to do that. Yeah, it was an empty threat. Nicely done. 3,701 deaths. Only 41 strawberries collected. 15 hours, 41 minutes, 6 seconds, and 248 milliseconds. Very nice. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have finished Celeste. Oh, let me very quickly remove my webcam so you guys can see. There you go. That's the full image right there. Oh, and also let me get rid of my chat. There we go. Cool. There you have it. The full image. Beautiful. Lovely. I feel like this is worthy of a screenshot, but to be honest, like, I don't really know if I'm gonna, like, share this with anyone. Because, I mean, Celeste is... It's not really, like, the type of game where you go around bragging to everyone about you beating it, right? I don't know. At least that's how I feel, but very, very nice indeed. Yeah, I'm very happy with our progress in this game. Good stuff indeed. Okay, let's go on. Chapter 8 Core. Interesting. Interesting stuff. Let's see what it's about. Let's see what's going on here. About a year later. Hey there, kiddo. Nice to see you again. Here's the cave I told you about on the phone. Follow me. What is this place? This passage leads to the center of the mountain. You said you wanted to come back and explore deeper. Doesn't get any deeper than this. Be careful, though. When you get this close to the heart of the mountain, its power will start affecting you differently. Yeah, I already noticed some of that. Good luck in there. Where's that other part of you? I don't know. I expected her to show up by now. Maybe I've changed and she's not part of me anymore. Or maybe you've grown together. Maybe it's not so easy. Maybe it's not so easy for the mountain to separate you now. Interesting. I'd wager she's still with you in some form. I like that theory better. I still wish I could talk to her, though. Do you keep in touch with Theo? Yeah, he spent the summer in Vancouver. We got to spend some quality time together. What's he up to these days? He's back in California with his family now. He wants to be around while his sister finishes law school. Sounds pretty intense, but he wants to be there to support her. He seems like a nice young man. It's been a while. How have you been? Oh, same old, same old. And in my case, that's pretty old. I'm not getting any younger, that's for sure. Some days just keeping the lights on can take all my energy. The mountain still keeps me sharp, though. I'm not ready to give up the ghost anytime soon. I'd expect no less from you. Take care of yourself. Is that all? That door up ahead won't budge. Is there another way in? I'm afraid not, dear. You think the mountain is gonna start going easy on you now? I guess it doesn't think you're ready yet. Okay, Celeste Mountain might be weird and magical. But now you're telling me it can think too? It doesn't think like you or me. It's like how a river thinks to flow to the sea. You can make it sound crazy if you want. I know better than to doubt you. How do I convince it I'm ready? Heck if I know. I'd retrace my steps and really pay attention. Celeste Mountain must have more to teach you. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Return to map. I don't know what this is. Crystal Hearts. This page is blank. Interesting. Okay. Nice. Well, it looks like there's going to be like some kind of some items. I'm guessing whatever these crystal hearts are, and I need 4 of them to get into the next level or whatever. So that is something I'd have to like look up and research and figure out on my own. Here's the thing though, you know, yeah, I don't want to repeat myself like 10,000 times, so I'm not gonna like say anything that I was planning on saying just now. Basically what I'm just gonna go ahead and you know leave here with is chat. It's been a fun ride with Celeste, and you know, I think that this additional content, chapter, what is this? Chapter 8, I think it is. Yeah, chapter 8 and onwards. This is going to have to wait for, you know, the next time that I feel like playing Celeste. I think that what we're going to end up doing at this point is we're going to conclude our Celeste journey here. We will go ahead and move on to another game, and yeah, I'll come on, what is it, Thursday, or maybe on Sunday, probably on Thursday, because there's really not much else I'm going to be doing on Thursday whenever I go live to stream. So on Thursday I will basically return to you guys, and we will find our next video game adventure to play. Celeste will have to be put on the waiting list, on the queue of games to be played at a later time. But yeah, no, I had an absolute blast playing this game, and I want to like thank all of the people who were willing to watch me suffer and to watch me make progress through this game, slowly but surely. Yeah. Man, it honestly, like, I'm kind of struggling to find what to say right now, because I'm looking at OBS right now. I've been live for not even, like, literally a little over 2 hours now, so this is probably going to be one of my shorter streams. Now, I have done actually streams in the past that were even shorter than this, but I haven't done a short stream like this in quite a while, I would say, which, can be seen as a good thing or it can be seen as a bad thing. I'm pretty sure for viewers who enjoy watching content, 2 hours is quite possibly very short, but in some ways it is a good thing, right, to do short streams. Yeah, this is very strange, but I think, chat, I think today our stream has come to an end. I think we are concluding now, which is a little bit awkward, feels a little bit weird, because normally I am a lot more used to streaming longer, but this will be good for me. Obviously, it means that I can get some sleep, and it means that I can be prepared for Thursday. Let me actually... I want to take a look here and see. I'm looking at my list of games that I have here on Steam. So, we have... Okay. We do have 2 games that I am very excited and very, motivated and eager to play. However, both of the games are Souls games. And I think that because I played Elden Ring, and I mean, I still am playing Elden Ring, but because I streamed Elden Ring not too long ago on Twitch, I feel like my viewers probably they want other games instead of Souls games. They very likely want more variety. So I will refrain from playing any more Souls games for the time being on stream. What other games do we have? So we have what have we got? Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'm gonna be honest, I am not too insanely excited about the prospect of playing Assassin's Creed on stream, but you know, it's been a while since I played an Assassin's Creed game. Maybe it'll be a fun time. Maybe it'll be enjoyable. It'll perhaps bring back some nostalgia. I have no clue. But that's one option. What else do we have? Um, Crisis 3. That's a game that I've played before, but I played it offline. I played it like, I think on my Xbox actually. So I haven't played that, you know, game in a while, and I definitely have not streamed it before. So that is an option. We have Dead Cells. Dead Cells, that is a game that I'm actually very interested in playing and trying out. Yeah, that definitely could be the next game that we go ahead and play on Thursday. What else do we have? There's a game called Ender Lilies that I was chatting with someone on Discord and they told me about this game. It's apparently a Metroidvania game that is kind of similar to Dead Cells, kind of similar to Hollow Knight, and games in that genre. So, Ender Lilies is a game that we can play. There is Hades. I got Hades. That's a game that we can play. I know that Hades is a very well-loved game. A lot of people are big fans of Hades, so that should be an exciting game to check out and play. We've got some Halo games. Not really too, you know, not really games that are too high on my priority list. They're kind of just there in case I ever get bored and I want to try something out. We've got Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. Fun fact for all of you out there. So Left 4 Dead is it's one of those like video game franchises that is super duper popular, right? Like every single person that plays video games knows about Left 4 Dead. Maybe they've played it, maybe they've heard about it, whatever the case may be. Left 4 Dead is like I don't know if this is the right term to describe it, but I believe it is potentially considered an iconic game, right? Because of how well known it is, how popular it was, and yeah, how I guess like everyone talked about it, right, in the past. The thing with Left 4 Dead and the thing with a lot of game franchises that franchises that everybody is familiar with and knows about and loves. Typically, I am not a person who follows those trends and does that sort of stuff, so I basically have never played Left 4 Dead. I've never played any of these types of games. Like, what else is there? There's like Dead by Daylight. There's what other games are there? I know there's like, you know, the Uncharted games. There's like Left 4 Dead. There's the Far Cry series. All that stuff. Like I've never played it before. So, yeah. So we have Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 that I could try. What else do we have? We have Nier Automata. Recently picked up that game. Could try it out. That's a pretty good pick for a video game to try. We've got Superliminal, which is a puzzle game. Could check that out. That seems like quite a bit of fun. We've got Undertale. Undertale is another game that I recently picked up. looks like a very fascinating game to play, and I know that it is extremely popular. A lot of people know of Undertale. You know, it is, I would say, a very infamous game. So yeah, we have quite a bit of options. I'm honestly thinking that it is very likely the next game that we play on Thursday will be Dead Cells. Um, but as always, you know, if you guys out there, the viewers, right? If you guys have any sort of like preference based on the games that I listed out just now, you are more than welcome to hop into my chat and, you know, kind of just send a very quick message and be like, hey, play this, right? I highly recommend it, whatever. Um, yeah, just basically find a way to, I guess, like message me or notify me and and let me know like, hey, this is in my opinion what I think you should play next, and I'll take into consideration any sort of input or feedback that you guys have. But yeah. In any case, I think I think I've talked about everything. I don't really have much else to say. Um, yeah, yeah, man, I'm blanking. That's completely it. Alrighty then. Chat viewers, all you lovely, wonderful human beings who, you know, were watching, are watching, will be watching. Um, Thank you all so much for tuning into today's stream. It was definitely a short stream, and I do apologize that there really wasn't a whole lot interesting that happened. Um, I definitely will be sure to, you know, avoid doing another short stream in the near future. I'll be sure to, you know, plan out and um, have plenty of content for us to do during the future streams that we do. But yeah, for today, we're gonna be just doing a very short stream here, and we're gonna be concluding our gameplay time at this moment. So let me see if I can find someone who's online to raid. I'll send you guys off really quickly to someone else. Let's see here. Twitch. Seems we have Mr. Giguk and we have Sweetly. Well, I mean, Sweetly, I can't really raid her, but I can raid Giguk. Um, damn. I'm gonna be honest, Giguk is an insanely big streamer, and me raiding him, it's kind of, you know, not really something uh, that I feel confident about doing, but I don't want to just like leave you guys to your own devices and disappear, right? I'll send you guys somewhere. So yeah, I will go ahead and raid Giguk then. Yeah, we'll give you guys a new home. So Giguk right now he's playing Honkai Star Rail, and it seems like he is trying to explore all the new content that came out in the most recent update. Um, so if you are a Honkai Star Rail enjoyer, then definitely feel free to stick around his stream. If you're not, then you are more than welcome to leave. But yeah, that'll be all for me today, guys. Again, I will be live in basically 1.5 2 days from now on Thursday evening. For Asia and Europe viewers, that's probably Friday morning, but it'll be Thursday evening for me. And yeah, we'll come back. We'll have some Genshin. We'll have some variety, and you know we'll get to explore a new game. Um, in any case, I just want to say to anyone and everyone out there, have a lovely, magnificent, spectacular rest of the day or night. Stay safe out there, stay happy, stay healthy, eat lots of yummy, delicious food, drink your water, make sure to stay hydrated and take care of yourselves. Um, yeah, stay comfy and cozy out there, guys. And I hope to see you guys in a future live stream. But for now, this is going to be good night and farewell. So I will wave farewell to you guys. Bye bye. See you later. And yeah, let me go ahead and I will cue the ending music, and then I will, hopefully get to send you guys over to Garnt, to Mr. Giguk. But, yeah, first of all, let me do, this, and then this. I think that works. Yeah, there you go. So, I don't think he needs any sort of, like, introduction or anything like that. If you guys don't know Giguk, then boy, oh boy, you have a lot of catching up to do. You've been living under a rock this entire time. So we're going to be raiding Giguk, and I'll be disappearing soon here to let you guys experience some Honkai Star Rail from his live stream. Cool, 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 cool. Let me get this ending song going here. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, I'm gonna double check here. What's the volume at? There we go. Okay, hold on. I'm restarting it because we accidentally started it, preemptively without even meaning to. So volume. There we go. Very nice. Awesome. Cool. Ending song is gonna be starting in 3, 2, 1. Bye bye guys. Have a good night. See you later. Peace out. Much love. Bye.